Hey, welcome back, beautiful people, to the monthly marble race. It's day 2 of the semifinals, and I'm the smoothest MC from sea to shining sea, Big Daddy Swift. The teams have all had a long road here, and of course, here they are. Hojo Dojo, Ash's Antics, Teamwork, Karma Jolt, and the side order. Everybody wants that $150 Canadian grand prize, and of course the glory that comes with it. But today, of the 8 that enter, only 2 get that VIP pass to the Flash Finals. It's all about them points, baby. 5 for first, 3 for second, 2 for third, 1 for fourth, and a not so sweet nothing if you don't cross that line. So now, let's send it all over to the men who build the place and host the race. Odinson and Glyph
Hello and welcome everybody to day 4 of the monthly marble race. I am Glyph.
I'm Odinson, and welcome aboard. Today we'll have our last 2 finalists determined, and I, for one, can't be more excited. But hey, before we get too far into that, I just want to remind everybody to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because hey, here at Side Order, you will always have a seat at the table. So pull up a chair and join us.
Now with all of this out of the way, I do have a couple things I'd like to bring to everyone's attention, which would more or less be, hey, you're thirsty? Well, swing on by to swiftenergy.gg and use our promo code SIDEORDER25, that's capital S, capital O, 25, and get yourself some sweet energy drink.
It is good stuff, and I'd also like to take a quick moment before this race to thank all of our sponsors for this month. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you to all of our teams.
Thank you, yes. But with no time to be wasted, let's get down to the track with Big Easy for Hojo Dojo, YY for Karma Jolt, Strider for the Side Order, and Power Thinker for Ash's Antics.
It looks like an exciting lineup and an exciting race, so it's looking forward to this one. Well, the racers are getting ready. The track is ready. We are ready. I hope you all out there are ready, because they are lined up and we are about to kick off the last day of the semifinals.
And they are here and lined up and ready, and let's go and find out who our third finalist is. Up and down the track, with it looking like Big Easy and Power Thinker are fighting for that first place contention.
Power Thinker and Big Easy battling it out through the first corner. Big Easy taking that lead, and YY passing seemingly out of nowhere.
YY taking that early jump and making his way towards the big jump. Does he handle it well? Barely.
That is actually a pretty good way to handle that. It kicked him pretty far down the track with a good amount of speed, and I think that's going to pay off as long as they can take this corner fairly smoothly.
Which it definitely looks like that one pulled off for him, as he's heading towards Godzilla.
YY heading into Godzilla. Oh, having a little bit of trouble getting through there and taking a really bad bounce.
Really nasty spill, and I think I seen Strider slide on by, taking advantage of that nasty spill.
Well, somebody had to. That was a very nasty result there. The last thing you really want to do. Strider taking advantage to take a lead after 1 lap.
That is it. He is our leader for just 1, but we still have another 1 here to go. So let's find out if he can contain this and maintain the first place.
Well, he's got a pretty good lead on it so far, but Power Thinker, YY, and Big Easy on his heels and not too far back there.
No, just less than 4 seconds between all the racers, so it is just down to this moment's here, with the big jump, handling that fairly smoothly, and then also the bushes coming up.
Well, he hit the right speed line when he landed to get a good boost of speed out of there. That's a pretty fast way to get out of there. I don't know if you could do it much better.
Power Thinker is in chase, but he's only a third of the track behind as, you don't like to see that. Strider taking a hit.
Taking a bad bounce on that. YY doesn't appear to be moving. I hope they haven't come off the track, but it looks like they may have stalled out.
It is unfortunate to see, but it does happen. as Strider is sliding his way in for 5 points.
Well, there it is. Strider taking the first victory of this day of the semifinals. Big Easy sliding right along. Looks like they're going to get themselves a nice 3 here.
Cruising up, and they cross for 3. Actually, they jump over for 3. Power Thinker, ouch.
Oh, Power Thinker and YY both DNFing. We have not seen that during this whole series yet this month. Wow.
That is very shocking to see. That could very well hurt them in the future round. However, there you see the points earned. And the points earned.
Well, that is indeed what the point totals are, and YY and Power Thinker really got to pull it together. I mean, they're not out of it yet, but boy, they had better put some points up in the next 2 races if they want that spot in the finals.
That is it, as we are now on to round 2. And they are up and down the track. Looking like Power Thinker and YY are leading the pack. But for how long?
Well, it looks like they both want some redemption after those zeros on the last race. Power Thinker especially just cruising right along towards that ramp. We'll see how fast. Oh, YY, I spoke too soon. Passing with some real speed.
Using that jump, though, and taking that big air has never paid off, as Power Thinker is moving. Strider is now...
All right, the racers are swapping first place back and forth all over the place, and it looks like Strider comes out of that little melee in first place. However, that jump may cost him.
It very well might, as he's bouncing around here. Ooh, almost rolled backwards. As he's now about to cross that line and get 5 points.
That is a good 5 points for Strider there. Oh, no, that was only the first lap. We've spoken too soon here. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I'm getting ahead of myself. As Strider...
You had me fooled, too. I didn't remember that was only the first lap. And there goes YY, once again, looking for redemption.
YY wanting that first place, being like, hey, guys, we're not done here. I'm going to go and get this.
YY reminding us that we still do indeed have a race to run, and Strider hitting him may have cost him the race right there.
That is very well true, as Big Easy now taking advantage of that and moving into 3 seconds behind YY.
And that ahead of him. There it is, Big Easy with the pass. Power Thinker again doesn't look to be moving. I certainly hope that's not the case.
As YY and Big Easy are now battling it out. Wow, look at that jump.
However, the bounce cost him. Big Easy was smoother and able to maintain the lead.
And again, as we always mention, the jumps look cool, but you don't get any extra points for it. And Big Easy takes 5, YY takes 3, Strider takes 2, and Power Thinker, it looks like you unfortunately take the goose egg.
Yeah, that unfortunately is going to pretty much end their month right there. There's no possibility they can win now. However, they still can spoil something for somebody else.
That is true, as there you see the points earned, and the points total. Big Easy with 8, YY with 3, Strider with 7, and Power Thinker is still sitting on that goose egg.
Well, it is still anybody's game, at least between Big Easy and Strider. There could be a playoff if the marbles roll the right way, but so far it looks like Big Easy or Strider just really needs to put up some points here, and as long as they do, one of them will probably win this. Of course, we have seen things go totally different ways in the marble race before.
We certainly have, with Big Easy moving into that first place pole position, and Power Thinker giving a little fight for it.
A Big Easy with the better line and the better speed, and maybe getting a little too much air there.
No, it does. It's pretty much a guarantee. You may not get it right away, but yeah, you get that big air, you don't get points for style, and it does cost you a lot.
Well, that definitely Oh, no, that is not at all what you wanted to do right there, but...
recovers, amazingly.
Wow, that came right out of nowhere. I thought Power Thinker might have just been out of it there, but no, they managed to make the pass and take first. Big Easy right there, though. They really, really, really want that first place.
Power Thinker is the leader after one lap. He's still got the one lap to go. So let's see if he can maintain and hold this pole position. Or is someone going to take it away?
Uh-oh. I'm hoping that doesn't mean what I think it does, but it looks like Strider isn't moving.
It's never good to see when a marble is not moving on one of the faster tracks, as you've seen there. Yet again, Big Easy taking the big air. Yet again, costing him, but also Power Thinker did take a little bit of big air, so.
Well, what that basically means now is Big Easy just needs to put up points at all, and they will walk their way into the finals.
It is looking like Strider has handed over the victory to Big Easy.
Yeah, Strider came out on the bushes, must have gotten overexcited, and bounced off the track.
As Power Thinker gets 5, YY gets 3. And Big Easy just got to cross the finish line to get himself 2.
Yeah, but it looks like they made it past the bushes, and that's the last real part that could have possibly stopped them. They will get the 2 points, and with that, also the victory and a berth in the finals. At least I do believe so, unless my math is wrong.
Well, I believe that's correct, but we're not the judges. We'll have to send it up to them, and they'll announce it to everyone else.
We will indeed have to see the official point totals.
So here we are with the points earned for that round. Big Easy getting 2, YY getting 3. But there you have it. Right there. Big Easy taking the 10.
Well, that's exactly what I thought, and congratulations, Big Easy. You are moving on to the finals, and we will have more racing coming right up.
Howdy, everybody. I am Hojo, and of course, I'm here to shamelessly plug my channel. So strap in. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. I don't know about you, but I love a good mystery or a classic detective story, or heck, even a solid comedy. My life being the classic comedy that it is. Dante. Anyway, if you're like me and you enjoy good stories, great mysteries, and fantastic comedies, then Sally Jane, do I have the right channel for you? Mine! That's right. There you're going to find classic comedies like McGee and Molly and Jack Benny. Classic mysteries like The Shadow and Suspense. And other gold ribbon shows like Johnny Dollar, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, Burns and Allen, Mel Blanc, Reader's Digest, and Broadway is my beat, and that's just to name a few. So if you want timeless storytelling, great adventure, fun comedies, spine-chilling mysteries and thrillers, then check out Hojo Dojo and Retro Radio. I guarantee you're going to find something you like from my collection of the Theater of the Mind, Old Time Radio. Now, back to the races!
All right, and we are back. Thank you very much for that. And we are down and ready for the next round with his Johnny Knight and Enigma, Gouda Guy, and Stan.
It's looking like an exciting round of racing. Good luck to all our racers. We're going to see who gets that last spot in the finals. That's right, it's the last spot in the finals. It all comes down to this. Well, at least in regards to, who's going to be in the finals. It all really comes down to tomorrow, once we know who this last finalist is.
That is it. But with no time to be wasted, let's move on down and get the racers down the track. With it looking like Enigma and Johnny Knight are going to be the ones fighting for that first place contention.
Well, it's Johnny Knight with an early lead coming into the first corner, and Enigma passing as I'm saying that. Happens all the time.
Fast track with high-octane moves. Any second is wasted, and unfortunately, we take seconds to talk.
Well, unfortunately, we do. We can't talk instantaneously. It would be unintelligible. And Enigma with some big air might not have wanted to do that, but it looked out looked okay. No one has passed him, at least yet.
At least so far, as he's making his way through the woods.
Looked to lose a little bit of speed at the first entrance to the woods there, but has gained it back. See if any of the other marbles can take advantage, because Enigma with a lead, but not moving very swiftly down the track.
No, bobbling and bumbling his way up through Godzilla.
And not taking a very good line after that jump either. Oh, you could see Gouda Guy for half a second there. However, I am surprised nobody has passed.
And Enigma does make another block. I'm pretty sure those are blocks that he's trying to make.
I think they might be, but it didn't work on Johnny Knight. As I was saying, no one's managed to pass him. Johnny Knight just does just that going into the second lap.
Heading into the second lap, Johnny Knight is heading past the big fans, heading past Team White's Big Panda. Holding on to that lead, but how long can he hold it?
Holding it together pretty well so far. We'll see what happens after the jump here. Often that's the determining point on whether or not someone is going to get passed and where.
Also try to stay off the walls, racers. It does help a lot to get off them, and you get faster movement as, Johnny Knight with a back shot.
Oh, Johnny Knight going backwards there. Not what you want to do. Getting some good speed coming out of the jump though.
Nice recovery. Heading through the woods.
Not taking the best of lines there. Oh, taking a good line there, though.
Cutting into that left side is very important. It is the quicker line. Very hard to pull off, because yet again your marble will try and slide out to the natural edge.
I was just about to say, hopefully he won't hit any of the teeth, and he does just that.
Seems like Godzilla's mouth has been a lot of an issue for a lot of the racers this round.
It has been a factor. A lot of people have found themselves bitten by those teeth.
Johnny Knight is slowly trickling his way up towards the finish line.
And Enigma with the pass at the last second. He just didn't have enough speed there, and Enigma was able to take advantage.
As there you see Enigma with, I think there was double pass there. So Enigma gets 5, Johnny Knight gets 3, Stan gets 2. And unfortunately, as you see there, Gouda Guy gets the goose egg.
Unfortunately, Gouda Guy gets the big 0. Ouch.
You hate to see it, folks, but it does happen. Time to time.
It does indeed. There doesn't seem to be much we can do to stop that. There's the points after the first race.
And there is the totals after the first race. But let's have no time wasted. Let's move on to round 2, where I'm hoping for the best for these racers. Maybe a big cluster of challenge here.
Well, I'd certainly like to see everyone finish. That would, just be satisfactory to me. Either way, I always like to see a competitive race, whatever happens. So let's see what happens here in the second round.
As they are off and down the track. Looking like Gouda Guy and Enigma and Johnny Knight are going to be the ones fighting for that first place pole contention. So I say too much as Stan taking that inside edge, moving forward.
Yes, Stan does indeed take that inside edge and that inside track and has some pretty good speed coming into the jump. We'll see how they handle the jump itself. He's managed to stay off the walls, and that helps.
That definitely does, and as you'll see here, he'll get lots of speed. Bouncing off the walls though.
Hit that side wall, and Enigma making him pay for it, taking the pass.
Taking the pass, even though he did try to make a block, and Enigma moves around and squeaks by for that nice easy first place.
Well, so far, you cannot make any mistakes, because every time anyone not in the lead other than Enigma has made them pay and pass them.
Yet again, to see another block. I think this might be a tactic moving forward.
Well, that certainly can have been, and that can't have been either. There goes Johnny Knight with some really good speed passing. It looks like they're going to be the leader after 1.
So after 1, Johnny Knight is down and around through the track. taking that leader position. Gouda Guy is only 2 seconds behind, or a little more than 2 seconds behind.
Johnny Knight, though, with some pretty good speed coming into the corner, and now looking like coming out of it. He needs to get off that wall. There it is, to really get some good speed, and Enigma taking advantage again.
As you see in there, though, the second he touched that wall, he cost a lot of speed. He's got to get off of it. It's hard. Oh, and a backspin, and Johnny Knight will probably take advantage of that.
Oh, he most certainly did. Now, Johnny Knight coming into the forest with some really good speed. Actually, we've rarely seen somebody come into the forest this fast.
Moving at a crazy lightning speed, and there you see Stan must have stalled out. He still hasn't even passed from the first lap.
No, that does indeed look like a stall out to me. That is unfortunate, and that is indeed what happened. It looked like Stan has somehow found his way under the track.
Magically warped his way under the track, not where you want to warp. As Johnny Knight now moves himself up and towards first place. Is it enough? Can he hold it? Yes, he can. There's 5 points for Johnny Knight.
Congratulations, Johnny Knight. Get yourself a nice 5 points. Looks like Gouda Guy is going to get themselves 3. After that DNF, that's exactly what you like to see.
Yeah, at least second gives you 3 points, and Enigma following in with 2.
Well, you know, they'll still have the lead even with that 2-point performance there after that win in the first round, so.
And there you see Stan collecting the goose egg for this round.
Or maybe not, actually. My math might be bad there. Johnny Knight might actually have the lead.
I'm pretty sure Johnny does. We'll see here with the judges. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
Johnny Knight with
correct.
8, and Enigma with 7. Gouda Guy with 3, and Stan with 2.
Well, we'll see who moves on to the final. If Johnny Knight and Enigma can score some good points here, it'll be one of them, or at least it looks that way.
As they are off and down the track to find out who is going to be our final finalist.
Well, there once again, Johnny Knight and Enigma battling it out for the lead. That seems to be the theme during this series for the most part.
Who wants that $150 Canadian more? Johnny Knight and Enigma, or one of our other 3 finalists?
But Johnny Knight, you know, every time he's made a mistake, Enigma's passed him. But likewise, anytime Enigma's made a mistake, Johnny Knight has passed him. And it seems to have been a back and forth between these 2 racers.
Oh, a little jump, and that cost him, as Johnny Knight makes it yet again, as you're just saying, takes advantage of that one little slip-up, and Johnny Knight makes a slip-up, and
Enigma and Stan both pass him. Well, it looks like so did Gouda Guy. I hope Johnny Knight recovers from that. That is a position you can DNF from. We saw it with Gouda Guy during the first heat of this series.
we certainly did, as Stan now goes and crosses the finish line, a leader for our first lap.
He's got that first lap lead coming into the first turn with some pretty good speed.
Moving around and heading up on the straightaway towards the big jump. Got to get off that wall, as he does just that.
Only to go over and hit the other wall, but it doesn't seem to matter. No one has caught him at all. We'll see how he handles the jump.
Nice little bit of speed. And again, you do not want to catch that much air, though. That bouncing does cost you, but it doesn't look to be an issue for him right now.
No, he caught a good line when he bounced down, and that enabled him to really get some good speed coming out of the jump.
As we're heading up towards Godzilla, out of Godzilla's mouth, this is the last and final little hang-up spot. Stan definitely taking an early... Whoa!
Oh, that was a bad... Oh, and Enigma hitting him.
And Enigma using some violence to make his way up.
Had a chance to pass, hit him instead. Doesn't seem to matter, though. He made the pass in the end.
And there you have it there, with 5 points and Enigma. 3 to Stan, and Gouda Guy will get 2. And we'll just see where Johnny Knight is hanging out here. Oh, he never made a move forward.
Yeah, unfortunately, Johnny Knight's going to stall out there. More importantly, though, congratulations, Enigma. You have definitely won this one. I mean, we'll hear a word from the judges, but I don't think there's really any arguing it.
That is definitely true. You see the points earned and the points totaled. There you have it, though. Congratulations, and Enigma, you are our final finalist.
That's right. We've now got all 4 finalists, and don't forget that we will be back tomorrow with the finals, and somebody is going to take home that $150 Canadian grand prize.
I thank you all very much for watching, and I also would love to make a big old shout out to the sponsors for this month, that being Ash's Antics, Hojo Dojo, Team White, Karma Jolt, and of course us at the side order.
That is correct. Also a big shout out to SwiftEnergy.gg. Go check them out. Try our very own flavor, Rocket Juice. It's absolutely delicious. If you want some fine energy powder, use our promo code SIDEORDER25, capital S, capital O on checkout, and get 25% off site-wide.
That is correct. Otherwise, though, guys, I've been Glyphfracker.
I have been Odinson. Don't also forget to check out our Discord. Link to that is in the description below, as is a link to our merch shop if you'd like to get yourself a little side order, something or other.
With all that being said, you guys know the deal, which is take it easy.
Have a good one, all.
Now that was some good racing. Here I am again, Big Daddy Swift, to close out this party with a really cool deal. See, we got this fancy trophy, and we want one lucky creator to win it at the end of the year. So if you think your fans are lucky enough, why don't you get yourself an 8 marble pack? See, it's only $25 Canadian. And if you really feel lucky, go for the 16 pack for $50 Canadian. And go ahead and push on forward, baby. So now, all that's left is for you to message us using our channel email. You got it on here, so you know what to do, baby. You go right ahead, contact us, get that money sent in so we can get you a team, and you can go ahead and get yourself that big old trophy. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen,